series premiere of The Bad Batch kicked off with a bang. Well, lots of bangs actually. The show did an incredible job of tying together so many different character storylines as really only Dave Filoni knows how to do. And to hear Kevin Kiner, the composer of Clone Wars, music return for this series was exciting to say the least, especially as he introduced us to new themes for the show. But we also get some incredible references to the music of the prequels throughout as well. This is Star Wars Music Analysis.
Do it.
During the beginning of the opening battle, music is held back. We quickly find out why though as Clone Force 99 enters the battle with their theme playing. The energetic and aggressive music led by the brass and percussion continues for the rest of the battle. As Order 66 begins and Master Balaba is attacked, the low vocals linked to Palpatine enter.
Master.
And then, Kiner gives a brief callback to the music known as Anakin's Betrayal that we heard at this exact moment in the timeline during Revenge of the Sith as the Jedi are murdered by their clone troopers. This is still, in my opinion, one of the best tracks from all of Star Wars, and for Kiner to make even the shortest reference to it here was incredibly powerful. Then, as Hunter and Crosshair chase a young Caleb Dume through the woods, and we first begin to understand that Crosshair was actually susceptible to the Order 66 initiative, we hear Palpatine's theme very low and faint in the background, reflecting the influence that the Sith Lord now has over at least one of the Bad Batch.
And down until we know what's going on.
It's one of those blink and you'll miss it moments, but listen again to this chilling and telling moment.
Until we know what's going on. Good soldiers follow orders.
The moment after this, as Caleb stands at the edge of the cliff, the tension between him and Hunter is heard in the music. The drone created by the low brass and timpani against the high, strange strings creates tense anticipation for what will occur, only slightly releasing that tension as Caleb escapes and Hunter's left to explain things to Crosshair. The music during the Kamino scene continues to have swells and reminds me of the music that played when Obi-Wan Kenobi first came to Kamino. It's haunting and keeps us on edge as it indicates something is off, as it certainly is here. This haunting music continues until Palpatine announces that the Republic will be turned into the Empire. It's at this moment that the Imperial March begins, a cue that is always powerful and haunting in its arrival.
Nothing.
Galactic Empire!
Galactic Empire.
For a safe and secure society!
As Tarkin arrives, this music prominently plays, and at first I thought that this would be Tarkin's theme, which I don't believe already exists. I know there's music in Rogue One, but I don't know of a discernible theme. In either case, this music is notably similar in intervallic relationships to Palpatine's theme, while primarily outlining this diminished chord. Check out the pitch and interval similarities here. By outlining the diminished chord, which is created with two minor chords, Kiner creates a very unsettling feeling that also shows Tarkin's close connection to Palpatine. I'm interested to see if this theme continues to come back in later episodes as well, before I directly associate it with Tarkin, although we will hear it a bit later in this episode even as well. As the Bad Batch leave the infirmary, their theme plays very briefly and faintly. However, then as Hunter speaks to Omega, her theme comes in for the first time. I was surprised to not hear it for the first time that we see Omega, as there was another theme playing, but here, Kiner does start to give what will be considered her actual theme going forward.
It's nothing but trouble. For your sake, keep your distance. Got it?
As the simulated battle begins, we begin hearing short and augmented versions of the Bad Batch theme scattered throughout, but the full theme enters in victory as they finally defeat what appear to be early renditions of the Dark Troopers that we later see in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. It finishes with a few more flourishes of the music as well. A very light version of the Bad Batch theme plays while the group is in the hangar.
He actually cried.
Hey, we both did.
There's no room on board for that.
But then as Omega approaches Hunter, her theme comes in, stronger than before as she continues to play a larger and larger role in this episode and show.
It takes getting used to. You'll see. Just give it time.
Hunter.
It continues as Hunter and Crosshair talk about her and then as they depart. It returns again later as Omega speaks with Crosshair and as she begins to show her ability to have insight into the future.
Please, I know what you're going to do, but please don't.
What do you know?
Angry.
Could this be an indication that she's actually been cloned to be force sensitive? There's been a lot of theories developed about this out there, but I'd be very curious what you all think. As the Bad Batch and Omega leave Kamino at the end of the episode, Omega's theme and the Bad Batch theme become strongly intertwined. A variation of Omega's theme plays first, returning again as Hunter and Omega speak.
Impressive shot back there. Where'd you learn to do that?
I don't know. I never fired a...
Then, an augmented version of the Bad Batch theme returns.
Augmentation in this case is referring to music that's been stretched out.
Oftentimes, this means the rhythms will be
Twice as long.
What about your friends? Could any of them help us?
That would be a short list.
I can think of one.
After this, the show ends with a triumphant version of Omega's theme entering. But let me know what you think. What did you think of the series premiere and all of the different character stories that intertwine, such as Caleb Dune and Saul Guerrero with the Bad Batch? And what do you think of the music being used around Tarkin? Do you think this is a theme for him? And what do you think of Omega being force sensitive? Tell me in the comments below and let me know if I've missed anything. Consider checking out my Patreon page using the link in the description, where you can help support this channel for as little as $1 a month or download PDFs and MP3s of projects as I complete them. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of a galaxy far, far away, and as always, may the be with you.